Good afternoon. This is cause number 2021-13104 in the interest of Cash Jones. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the uh, child.
Stacy Jesco, and I'm his mother.
And for the state,
Marcella Turner.
all right, court will note that the non-custodial parents, Douglas Garrett Jones, Mr. Jones, is not present, who's personally served on March 30th, 2021 at 1:36 p.m. at 10280 Windmill Lake Boulevard, apartment 4206 in Houston, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer, is that correct? And
That's
has not made an appearance.
that's correct, Your Honor.
Will proceed by default. Oh, he was also
Thank
given further notice
you.
of this Zoom hearing by certified mail return receipt requested.
And notice was unclaimed. A notice was left for Mr. Jones to pick it up, and it was left unclaimed.
All right, proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Jusko. Ms. Jusko, how old is the child before the court today?
7 years old.
And who does that child primarily reside with?
Me, his mother.
And are you asking this court to order that you and Mr. Jones be named as joint managing conservators regarding this child?
Yes.
And are you also asking this court to designate you as the conservator who determines where the child resides within Harris or any of the surrounding counties?
Yes, ma'am.
And how is this child covered for medical and dental insurance right now? Is it through a private insurance company?
No, it's through the government Medicaid.
It's through government Medicaid?
Yes, ma'am.
And and to your knowledge, does Mr. Jones have any other biological children under the age of 18?
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
He does. 4. 3 under the age of 18. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
And does Mr. Jones have a child support obligation for those 3 children?
Yes, ma'am. He has 2 of them.
Okay. And do you recall signing an acknowledgement of paternity at the hospital or shortly after your child's birth for this child?
Yes, ma'am.
And to your recollection, did Mr. Jones also sign that acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any safety concerns with Mr. with your child, and if so, why?
The only issue that I have is just him being alone with him for the right now because of the issue with drug problems. And my son is he is autistic and he has a very bad speech impairment problem, and it's hard to communicate with others. Unless you know him, you don't know what he's saying.
Okay. And as based off of that testimony, are you asking this court to order that possession and access be ordered, giving Mr. Jones every first, third, and fifth Saturday of each month for a period of 4 hours to be supervised by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you feel that is in the best interest of your child at this time, based off the circumstances?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And to your knowledge, is Mr. Jones currently employed?
No, he is not.
And are you asking this court to order cash medical support in the amount of $40 each month beginning August 1st of 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you also asking this court to order current child support in the amount of $162 beginning August 1st, 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that that was based off of minimum wage, the minimum wage presumption, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you and Mr. Jones ever live together?
Yes, we did.
And when did you stop living with Mr. Jones? The month and the year, please.
It was December of 2019.
And since December of 2019, has Mr. Jones provided financially for that child up through today's date?
No, ma'am.
And are you asking this court for retroactive child support during that time frame?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to enter a judgment of $4,071 in retroactive child support to be paid at a rate of $65 each month beginning August 1st of 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are not seeking retroactive medical or dental support, is that also correct?
Yes.
And are you asking this court to approve this default order?
Yes.
And do you believe this order to be in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness. Your Honor, I would like to call one other witness.
All right.
We have Ms. Natasha Bidu. However, I do not believe she was sworn in as the hearing started before she appeared on the Zoom call.
Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right.
The state would like to call Ms. Bidu. Ms. Bidu, where do you currently work and what is your position there?
The Office of the Attorney General, Child Support Division, I'm the Child Support Officer.
And how long have you worked in that particular position?
12 years.
And what are some of your duties that you exercise while within your position?
To investigate and calculate wage information for non-custodial parents, to set guidelines on support and retroactive support.
And have you received any sort of special training to conduct those duties? And do you continue to receive training to do that,
Yes.
to fulfill your?
Yes.
And did you have an opportunity to calculate retroactive child support? I'm sorry, to do an investigation in regards to Mr. Jones' income for the retroactive time frame?
Yes.
And so for the last month of 2019, December, what did you find Mr. Jones's gross monthly income to be?
It's not at a minimum wage consumption.
And for the first 9 months of 2020, what did you find Mr. Jones's gross monthly income to be?
Minimum wage as well.
And for the last 3 months of 2020, what did you find Mr. Jones's gross monthly income to be?
$1135.33.
And for the first 6 months of 2021, what did you find Mr. Jones's gross monthly income to be?
$2,305.33.
And for the first month of 2021, what did you find? For the 7th month of July of 2021, which is this month, July, what did you find Mr. Jones's gross monthly income to be?
Minimum wage $12.56.
And after you determine the guideline child support amount based off of those gross monthly incomes, what did you find the total retroactive judgment to be regarding Mr. Jones?
$4,071.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
All right, Miss Jessica, do you have any questions for Miss Bidu?
No, sir, I don't. Not
All
at this
right.
time.
Okay. The court will approve the order submitted then. Thank you.
Thank you. May we
Thank
be
you.